Hello and welcome back to Fitness Friday with Johnny Tiger on October 27, 2023. Whew, it's getting pretty cold in this room, so we need to start working out to heat things up a little bit. It feels like a walking freezer in here, and yeah, it's just not a pleasant experience to come in here for filming. So, I left off at some kettlebell exercises, so we're going to go back to that because there were a few more things that I want to share with you guys. And today we're going to do overhead static hold exercises. What are overhead static holds? Well, I mean, as the name would imply, you are holding the kettlebell overhead and hold it still while you do whatever it is that you're doing. That's it. Now, why is overhead static hold important? It is vitally important not just for kettlebell, but for dumbbell, barbell, all kind of weight training exercises. Overhead static hold should be something that you do before you do overhead dynamic movements. What are overhead dynamic movement? Well, those are things that require you to swing things overhead or press things overhead and go up and down, back and forth, to the side, to the side. Those are overhead dynamic movements. You should always get good with your overhead static holds before you even try overhead dynamic movement. And the reason is there are many people who end up with shoulder injuries when they attempt overhead dynamic movement. And most of that results from not having very strong foundation, not having very good form. And if you are good with your overhead static hold to begin with, then you can progress onto the dynamic movements, and you will have less of a chance of hurting yourself. So for today's exercise, as far as the kettlebell is concerned, it's very simple. We are going to hold it overhead and keep your wrist and arm locked out while having this overhead. That's it. Okay, so that's all you'll be doing with the kettlebell today. Sounds simple, but after a while it does get tiring. One thing that you want to focus on is keeping your shoulder dropped and your shoulder and arm nice and firm, your core nice and firm, your uh, stabilizer nice and engaged. So there shouldn't be wavering back and forth. There shouldn't be wavering forward and back. And your shoulder should not be pressed towards your ear. Okay? So as I'm lifting this, my shoulder, there's a gap between my arm and my ear. Okay, so my arm should not be doing this against my ear. Okay, then if you do that, then you are lifting your shoulder up too high. So the shoulder should be as dropped, as relaxed as you can, while the arm is holding this kettlebell overhead. Yeah, does get tiring after a while. So we're going to start with the most simple, which is just to hold it overhead. Okay, we're going to hold this kettlebell in your left hand, regular hold, grabbing onto the handle part of the kettlebell. I'm going to hold this overhead. Make sure my form is nice and relaxed. And we're going to count to 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down and switch hand. Right hand going overhead with the kettlebell. Remember wrist and elbow straight, shoulder relaxed. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the basic static overhead hold. Get good with that. Get comfortable with that. Like be able to hold it relatively still without wavering, and be able to don't try to do it two hands at the same time. Don't do two kettlebells at the same time. Just do one side. Actually, doing it one side at a time is actually quite beneficial because when you do it two at the same time, then you're very balanced. It's almost like just like lifting a barbell. You're kind of defeating the purpose. If you just do one at a time, because it's tilting your body to one side or another. So this forces you, if you want to have the right posture, it forces you to engage your core, engage your stabilizer muscle. So this is actually better for you if you do one hand at a time. Once we get good with our static hold, then we're going to progress to static hold and walk. And just as the way it sounds, we're going to take the kettlebell, the right hand, hold it overhead, and we're going to walk around. Okay? As you're walking, you're going to notice if you're holding it in your right hand like me, you'll notice your right side is way heavier than your left side. So you have to adjust for your balance when you're walking. And this is the whole point, right? To be able to walk without feeling that you're off balance. You want to walk for 30 to 60 seconds, holding this overhead. Just walk around the room, forward, backward, sideways, sideways. And if you are into martial arts and fighting, you can even practice your fight stance and walking stance, right? It's fine. Just mess around as long as you don't trip over. And keep that hand overhead. Keep the arm nice and straight, right? And then now we switch it to the left hand and keep walking. Side, 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 side. Forward. I don't have a lot of room here, so I'm like walking like a caged animal. Just pacing, pacing, pacing. Walking over, walking back, walking over, walking backward. Now, even though I should be feeling this in my arm, I'm actually feeling this on the side of my body because of how hard it's forcing my stabilizer to work. So this is good. Now, once you're good at your static hold and walk, we are going to progress into static hold, and uh, this is called the static hold warm up. I don't know why they call this, because this is actually a lot harder than just a warm up. It's more like a static hold get up. If it's up to me, I would call it static hold get up. And what it is we're going to hold this overhead, hold the kettlebell overhead, straight arm, shoulder relaxed. I got this in my right hand. So we're going to step back with our right leg into like a back lunge, and then we're going to uh, step back with our left foot. So right leg step back, left foot follow, get down on our knee, step up on our left foot, push up, back to standing station. standing position. So you're basically um, getting down to your knees, getting back up on your feet while holding this overhead. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they call this uh, static hold warm up. This is more like static hold messing up your knees. So make sure you have a knee pad or good landing. Doing this on hard floor or carpet is not fun, right? So again, the whole point is to be able to keep your kettlebell overhead without wavering while you get down on your knee, get back up, get down on your knee, get back up, get down on your knee, get back up. Now, honestly, I think it if you're not comfortable with this motion, get on your knee, get back up, uh, do it without holding the kettlebell. Once you are used to doing this and still uh, can hold your arm above your head, then do it with the kettlebell. Next, we're going to progress to static hold windmill, another relatively challenging one. Be careful of your lower back. If you have lower back pain, put your backside against the wall or some solid surface so you have more leverage for this one. How to do this? Static hold windmill. Have your left foot forward, right foot back, right foot straight, left leg slightly bent. Press the kettlebell overhead in our right arm, your right hand. So I have my right arm overhead, my left foot is forward, like this, right? I'm going to hinge forward at the waist. My left hand trail the outline of my forward leg all the way down to as low as I can before coming up. All the while I'm holding the kettlebell above my head in my right hand without this arm wavering, right? So don't let it drop down like this, right? When you're moving forward, up, forward, up. This is hard on the shoulder. Forward, up, forward, up, right? And then we do the other side. Transferring kettlebell to left hand, left arm, go overhead, right leg slightly forward. And we're going to hinge at the waist, our right hand going to trail our right leg all the way down. Forward, up, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up. Yeah, this one is quite challenging on the shoulder. Now for something a little bit more simple, we're going to do overhead static hold and squat. And just like it sounds, you're going to be doing squats while holding this dumbbell overhead in one hand. I have the dumbbell, my right hand, overhead, and my feet are shoulder width, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. I'm just going to sit down into a squat and come up. Sit down into a squat and come up. Sit down into a squat and come up. All the while holding this kettlebell above my head. Transferring to the other hand. Holding this overhead. Sit down into a squat. Weight should be in your heel. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Like that. Right? Now, for something that is really quite difficult too. I've already showed you guys Turkish get up with kettlebell a couple of episodes ago, so we won't do that one. We're going to do static hold sit up. So find a nice patch of ground, lay back on your back, adjusting my attire, my headset. Right. Okay, so we're going to do some sit-up. But we're going to do this while holding a kettlebell straight on above our head. Okay, now this one is hard because it takes a lot of strength to get off the ground initially. You'll find that your legs will want to come off the ground. So if you can put your feet under something, if that makes it easier, you can try that. Or you can try to use your left hand, your free hand, to get yourself up. Uh, However you can. Okay, just make sure this kettlebell stay pointed in the same direction as your head. Okay, so we're going to sit up. When you go down, do it nice and slow. Don't flop down. Don't forget you have a really heavy weight in your hand. Come up. Go down. Nice and slow. Just let your body slowly uncoil. Come up. Go down. Nice and slow. One more. Yeah, coming up is very, very tough without putting my feet under things. So for some of you, you might have to anchor your feet under something. Now, we're gonna switch hand, left arm, go overhead, and we're going to sit up. Slowly go back down. Go back down. Come up. Go back down. One more. Come up. Go back down. So that last one, I actually cheated a little bit because when I was coming up, I swing my arm slightly forward to give myself that momentum. If you have to do that, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. This one is really, really tough for a lot of people. Whew, it's not cold anymore. Well, thanks for being back with me doing some workouts for our Fitness Friday. We'll be back again tomorrow for more video goodies. Don't forget, our sponsor is Hidden Corner Finds on eBay. They have some great action figures, retro collectibles, antiques, art, art pieces, soapstones, and statues, and all that goodies. So check them out.